All right, welcome everyone. If you're here right now, it means you're looking for a structured, no-nonsense approach to mastering your own mind. In today's explainer, we are diving straight into the really intense, high-octane philosophy of the Relentex playbook. We're going to look at exactly how you can force your brain to actually crave doing hard things. Look, we aren't going to talk about gentle habit building today. We are talking about a complete, absolute override of your mental systems. So, get a load of this quote. Your brain is not your friend. It's a kind of jarring thought, right? But this sets up the core internal battle we are going to unpack today. Your brain isn't actively trying to help you achieve your massive goals. According to the Relentex playbook, it's actually trying to protect you by keeping you soft, scared, and silent. Every single time you struggle to do the hard things, it's literally because your own mind is actively fighting you. But today, we're going to explore how that war ends.
Okay, let's dive into this structured roadmap. We're going to cover exactly 5 steps today. The brain's survival trap, making pain your fuel, the 3-second kill switch, daily war mode, and finally, becoming the machine.
Starting right off with step 1, the brain's survival trap. You see, your brain has this prime directive, and it is entirely based on biological survival. To your brain, doing a brutal workout is a literal threat to your energy reserves. Honestly, it still thinks you might need to outrun a saber-toothed tiger tomorrow. It doesn't care one bit about your ambitions, it doesn't care about your fitness goals, and it certainly doesn't care about your career milestones. It just wants comfort, and that is exactly why it constantly whispers to you, hey, don't go to the gym, just rest, or come on, one more scroll won't hurt, you can always start tomorrow. It is always looking for the easy way out.
Now, the source material draws this really stark contrast. If you obey that biological voice demanding comfort, you become a watcher. Watchers are essentially consumers. They're people who just seek the easy way, dream all day, and never actually move. And the longer you listen to that voice, the softer you get, until you're just a slave to your own mind. But warriors are a whole different breed. These are the folks who actively overcome their mind and completely shut down that seductive voice of comfort.
Which brings us perfectly to step 2, making pain your fuel.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the paradigm shift. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the price. The secret to this entire methodology isn't running away from pain, it's completely redefining it. Most of us think pain is a giant red stop sign, but the Relentex philosophy argues that pain is actually the currency you pay for growth, for power, for clarity, and for strength. If you want those things, well, you have to spend the currency.
Think about how we normally operate. It's what's called the comfort loop. Your brain says, ugh, I don't feel like it. And so you stop, you retreat. But in the resistance loop, when your brain says, I don't feel like it, instead of backing down, you respond with, good, that means I must. It completely flips the script. The crucial point here is that pain and discomfort must become your trigger to act. You stop chasing comfort entirely, and you start actively hunting for resistance.
Moving right along to step 3, the 3-second kill switch.
Listen to this, because it is a literal game changer. Every single time you hesitate, your brain wins. It's that simple. You have exactly 3 seconds to act, or you are never going to act at all. Think about how this applies to waking up. The alarm goes off and you just don't feel like moving. You've got 3 seconds where you doubt yourself, 2 seconds to kill that overthinking, 1 second to decide, and 0 seconds, you move. You look at a heavy workout and doubt yourself. 3, 2, 1, begin. No thoughts, just pure, immediate movement.
I really want you to burn this takeaway into your mind. Action kills overthinking. You absolutely cannot outthink an overthinking brain. You can only outact it. Hesitation is the absolute enemy of transformation. The very second you pause to negotiate with your brain, that biological survival directive we talked about earlier takes over. The 3-second kill switch bypasses that entire negotiation phase.
All right, step 4, daily war mode. Now, you don't need some crazy, convoluted 50-step morning routine. You just need a targeted approach. The source calls this a daily discomfort ritual. We're talking about a cold shower, 100 push-ups, 30 minutes of intense, unbroken deep work, speaking up when you're absolutely terrified to do so, waking up before the sun even rises. These aren't just random hard tasks. They are small, deliberate acts of war against your own comfort. Every single one of these actions is a direct punch to your weakness.
So the crucial point is this, and it clears up a massive misconception. The goal of this daily discomfort ritual is not to wake up feeling all motivated and ready to take on the world. Honestly, you will rarely feel ready. The actual goal is to just act. You use that 3-second kill switch and you act until your brain eventually just shuts up and falls in line. You are literally training your brain to submit to your will through repetitive daily action.
And that leads us to our final step, step 5, becoming the machine.
This is where we execute a total identity shift. Just look at the amateur mindset. Most people wait until they feel disciplined or motivated before they tackle something hard. But warriors, the ones becoming the machine, they don't wait to feel anything. They decide who they are, and then they just act like it. You aren't just rewiring your daily schedule here. You are completely rewiring your identity to become someone who actively thrives under pressure.
I want you to really focus on this mantra from the playbook. I'm not lazy, I just trained myself to avoid pain, but that ends today. How powerful is that? It completely removes the guilt of your past. You aren't fundamentally lazy, you just obeyed your brain's survival trap for way too long. But that version of you, that version is gone.
So, let's bring this all together. We've covered the biological trap, how to use pain as your fuel, the 3-second kill switch, and the daily acts of war you need to shift your identity. I'm going to leave you with this final, vital question based on today's explainer. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, will you obey your brain or will you become the machine? The choice is entirely yours. Keep learning, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.